Right, Vincent Black Lightning, 1952. We are in drop D tuning, which is standard tuning with the two E strings dropped a whole step to D, which would be D, A, D, G, B, D. And I'm capoed here at the 3rd fret for this. Which gives us that lovely open ringing, well, it's an F chord, but we'll call it D since we're thinking of the nut as here. And our 1 chord here, which is a G, actually a B flat, but we'll think of it as a G. And that's the thing with this tuning. There's a lovely, if you're in D, obviously you've got that lovely ringing resonance there, but if you're in G, or whatever you are, where the capo is, you get a 1-finger G chord, and that's lovely and resonant too. So that's where we are. Says Red Molly Change. Now, I learned this song without listening to it. I heard it one day and thought it was super cool. I wanted to perform it. I went away and learned it, but without properly listening, I actually learned it wrong. Now, Richard Thompson sings, starts his melody note there. Says Red Molly to Jane, Red Molly to James, which you can do if you don't have a 3rd in your 1 chord, which in the tuning that Richard Thompson uses, he doesn't, whereas I do. There's my 3rd, and that's the note I sang by accident. Red Molly to Jane, that's a fine motorbike. There's our 4. That's a familiar chord, isn't it? That's our C shape there for our 4 chord. A girl could feel special on any such like. That's a nice little thing. Take these off, so you're only fretting that and that. Any such like, which is what that's giving us the 1 chord over the 4 bass before you go. So that's the first turnaround. 1 chord, 4 chord. See you at the cafes. This is our 5 chord now. This lovely D, resonant D. See you at the cafes and corners, it seems. And we slide up. It's a nice thing to do as well. Red hair, black leather, my favorite color scheme. And then the end of the verse, pool, which is a 2 minor here, A minor if you like, although it's actually a C minor. Pull on me high. You can play -7 there as well because it helps the melody goes to there. And down to Box Hill. There's another thing. So 4, down to Box Hill. Move that whole figure up a whole step before you go back to your 1. Just another nice little change. Down to Box Hill they did right. I think that's the whole song, isn't it? Now then, so I put a couple of instrumental breaks in there between verses. So I'll talk about that. Here's our 1 chord, G. And then we're keeping our finger on the bass there, playing a 4 chord over it. And then we're suspending that, which if you like, you could think of as a flat 7 turnaround. Now here's an interesting thing, it's probably a blues-based thing. Instead of your traditional 5, 4, 1 turnaround, you can substitute a flat 7 for the 5. And that's a thing you've heard a million times. Sorry. And that's all I'm doing. And at the end the same thing. So now I'm just barring right across all of them there, and that is the same as that. It's the 4 chord again. 4, and then the flat 7, this, right, and making that minor, and I'm just taking my finger off the bar so we get these ringing strings down here. I don't know what that is. Some sort of flat 9, 7 flat 9, I don't know. Doesn't really matter. It's just a cool sound. And then closing the figure with this. And that is, what's cool about that is you've got the, I guess you'd call it an 11 chord really, because you've got the 3rd there and the 4 or the 11 at the same time. And there's the 7 chord. Again, you don't need to know all this. It's just an interesting, it's a cool sound to me. And then the that's that figure. I'll do it one more time. Obviously in tribute to the original figure that Richard Thompson plays. There are a couple of other nice little chord variations at the end in the last verse that I liked. So yeah. So that's just an A minor, this, 2 minor, put your pinky on there, and again you've got that half step rub between these strings, and then the C shape, do the same thing, with that Lydian sound. And that's it, go to the end figure. Anyway, hope that was instructive, and I'll see you in the next one. All right.